In a reversal, the government has added fiancés to the list of close family relations in the U.S. that will enable travelers from 6 mostly Muslim countries to enter the United States. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. If you have not refinanced your current mortgage in the last few years, you could be losing thousands of dollars a year by paying too high of an APR. And the place to call is LendingTree to find out how low you can go. We can match you with lenders offering some of the lowest rates APRs available. Some APRs are lower than 3%. Imagine how much money you can save every month if your current mortgage is at 6% or higher. And all it takes is one free call to LendingTree to match you with a lender who may be able to lower your current home mortgage rate. Learn how to potentially save thousands by refinancing your current mortgage. Call LendingTree right now. NMLS 1136.
800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. That's 800-628-5067.
Right now at Kohl's, it's not our everyday sale. For a limited time, shop hundreds of epic deals in-store and online. No coupons needed. Women's tees and tanks, just $5.99. Girls' swimwear, $10. Beach towels, only $8.99. And an ice cream or cotton candy maker, just $29.99. Stock up, save big, and get $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. It's not our everyday sale. Right now through the 4th of July. Only at Kohl's. Select styles, see store or Kohl's.com for details.
A CRN original.
And now, The Lounge with Mike Horn.
All right, hitting at you here on The Lounge. Big 4th of July weekend edition of The Lounge. We got a star-studded cast in here that I can see working on us right now. Who do we have here? We got Tyler Roope. Hi, Tyler. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Jim Roope, how you doing?
Great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Take care.
Just want to let you know. Hey, if you're here in the lounge, this is the place to be for the 4th of July. First off, you guys got any big 4th of July? You guys have the same last name, so I guess you're related. Jim Roope, the legendary news broadcaster, the West Coast bureau chief for ABC Westwood One News, and Tyler Roope, of course, the encyclopedia of all things sports. You are, Tyler. You shake your head, but you are the man. You know everything at all about sports, I'm telling you.
Okay. I won't argue.
Who was the announcer before Marty Brennaman for the Cincinnati Reds?
Al Michaels.
Thank you. What I tell you, everybody. There you go. There you go. I tell you, there you have it. It's right there.
Oh.
So you got your family guys here. Are you planning? There's some kind of hot dog that you guys talked about in Cincinnati that's like the greatest hot dog of all time.
It is the Big Red Smoky.
Oh, yeah, but what kind of hot dog?
Coney. Cons is the meat maker.
Okay.
And the hot dog itself is called the Big Red Smoky.
Okay, and Khan's make, is that the same one that Captain Kirk in The Wrath of Khan? When he ordered ordered a hot dog from Ricardo Montalban.
Spelled the same, K-A-H-N.
There's a language barrier because Khan was a Klingon, as I recall, and so he was trying to get the hot dog, and he finally just shouted out in disgust, Khan!
That's right. Every time he ordered that hot dog, Khan would show up.
So this is the number one hot dog in the Midwest Cincinnati region.
In my opinion, yes.
Tyler?
Maybe the world.
Maybe the world.
Wait a minute.
We don't
so
know.
Tyler,
Yeah.
so you've been on the field at Three Rivers. Is it Three Rivers Stadium or Riverfront Park?
Great American Ballpark.
It's Great American Ballpark now.
They plowed down Riverfront, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you've been on the field there, and do the players, everybody talks about, is this the hot dog they love?
I mean, I've been on the field once, right? So
More than I've been.
But yes,
It was a memorable time. You told everybody what was wrong with their swing.
I'll say a strong yes.
Yeah.
They all agree.
They all
collectively.
Collectively,
Yes.
this is it?
Yes.
Okay. So
And that's not true. He's been on the field more than once.
Okay.
Well,
So
I've been on Great American Ballpark once.
yeah. Were you at Riverfront?
No.
Never been to Three Rivers in Pittsburgh?
No, I don't think I was
get 'em
alive yet.
confused. Here's the thing. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati should change the names a long time ago when it was Riverfront, Three Rivers, because you get confused. It's like rivers.
Right.
You know, even though there's three in one city and just Riverfront.
Well, Three Rivers did come after Riverfront Stadium. Riverfront Stadium was one of the first multi-purpose stadiums. Kind of after the design of the Astrodome.
Didn't that owner of the team at the time, Marge Schott, didn't she used to swim out there in the river prior to the
I don't
games?
think so.
That's why all the fish are dead.
We need a rim shot in here. Marge doesn't still own the team. Does the Schott family still own the team?
No.
Who
Marge
owns it now?
I don't. Walt Jocketty is.
We
somebody.
stumped him on one.
Walt Jocketty is
He's
the general manager.
Yeah,
And the owner, I don't know.
we don't know.
It's a conglomerate.
No
It's
wonder
not-
they're in
there's
last
not
place
one-
because nobody is.
Nobody
quite-
owns them.
Nobody owns.
No one's writing
Yeah.
checks. Wait a minute.
That's a problem.
We haven't been paid all year.
To find out about this. So we're gonna talk a little sports, talk a little news, settle back, relax. It's the big red smoky. Is that right? Or is
Yeah.
it just the big smoky?
No, the big red smoky.
The big smoke.
Yeah.
I want to find out what's in that hot dog too. Straight ahead when we come back. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit. Is there a spruced up baseball these days? Have they did some steroids in there and livened up the old baseball? Some pitchers think so. We'll ask our panel of experts right here in the lounge, the weekend edition for 4th of July.
Nothing grows like weeds, except maybe weeds. And nothing kills them quite like Roundup Weed and Grass Killer from the Home Depot. Right now, the 1 gallon ready-to-use size is a special buy at just $8.97. Roundup kills fast. At the root, you can see results in just 3 hours. They may grow like weeds, but you can stop them even faster. Roundup Weed and Grass Killer, 1 gallon ready to use, now just $8.97, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through July 5th.
Staples knows that when the leave-behinds for your sales call get left behind at your office, it's time. When you need to print 30 pages and you're 300 miles from the office, it's time. And when the intern packed the Harrington file, not the Farrington file.
Oh, my bad.
It's definitely time. And it's times like these when you can count on Staples. Access your files from email, the cloud, or USB, and then print, copy, fax, or scan them, and get back to business fast. Visit your nearby Staples. It's pro time.
It's the lounge till midnight tonight. I'm your host. You used to work in a lounge, didn't you? Jim Roope is back here.
We
Tyler
all
Roope,
did.
Michael Horn with you in the lounge there, and you used to. Wasn't there a singer in the lounge, as I recall? Donnie A used to.
Donnie
perform?
A. He was a DJ. Everybody's favorite nightclub DJ, Donnie A. Yeah.
He would play spin your favorite music and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's right. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, who's the owner of the Cincinnati Reds? Did we find out about that, Tyler?
Bob Castellini.
Bob Castellini and his band of Verlini.
Yeah,
and
that is.
yes, they've done a lot. That whole Central Division, starting from first place there with the Brewers or the Cubs battling it out there, and then the Cardinals are having a terrible year, and they're like not that many games back, and the Reds are only like 8 games or 9 games, something like that back.
So still last place in the division,
but
though.
they could make a move.
Right. I think it's definitely the weakest division right now in baseball.
It is. What did the Cubs do to that division? They brought everybody down to their level.
They broke everybody.
They broke them apart last year.
Single-handedly.
And now they're all struggling, but one of them is going to walk away with it, and they'll be in the playoffs.
I think the Cubs will get it together.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, they went to the White House, and their manager, Joe Madden, said that it was up to the people to go if they wanted to, because a lot of people hate the current president,
Right.
Donald Trump. They're not big fans.
Right.
And so I'm thinking, here's the deal. Whether you like the guy or you despise him, the honor of going to the White House,
Right.
you should go, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go for the history. I'd want to see it just to see it.
If you went there, Tyler, where would you head first in the White House?
Probably the main bedroom.
Really?
I'd want to see.
I'd check the bedrooms out first too.
I just want to see the mattress if it's the most comfortable mattress in America.
Yeah, because you would think they want the president to sleep comfortably.
Exactly. So I would just imagine there's nothing better.
He doesn't sleep much, though, Donald Trump. He's out tweeting when he's watching Joe Scarborough and Mika. He's out doing tweets. So, you don't know. But, maybe he'd catch a nap on there when he's out up at 5 in the morning. You get it? And when President Clinton was there, I definitely want to check out the bedrooms.
Stay away from
You know what I'm talking about. So I'd go to the Lincoln bedroom, historic, because I would think, there might be some ghosts or things in there.
Right.
In fact, I had a dream last night. I was in an elevator and I heard voices. Don't know what that. I said,
It's called Muzak.
Oh, that's what that was?
Every elevator has it.
Forget. There's the first one for Jim Roope. Yeah. That's good. All right, so let's talk about more home runs in baseball these days. Matter of fact, I think you got some stats here. 2017 is you said, Tyler, you put together these stats for us. The most total home runs since 2000. It's at the height of the steroid era. That 2000 was when we had the big steroids going on, right?
Yeah, was right in the middle of it.
And so you're saying now this year has got more home runs than even then?
They're on pace to hit more. Yep.
So they're saying that the baseball is livelier. Do we think that?
I know that there's, I don't want to say conspiracies, but there are thoughts that the ball is made differently since 2015, and that's the reason for all the home runs. I don't know if that's true, but what is true, I think there's a connection with velocity, right? Because as people go through the minors, they're throwing harder. So the players are getting used to hitting harder. I like hitting the ball
right
at a higher velo.
Ooh, good point.
And so when you get to the majors, you got the hardest throwers, and the batters are already used to hitting these balls. So I think it just has to do with the higher the velo, the more home run count.
Now, I like that thinking because Justin Verlander and a bunch of other people are saying, like, well, this ball is juiced. It's made differently, as you first alluded to. But maybe that's the case because they're saying in the minor leagues, like guys like Cody Bellinger would hit the ball, but it would just go to the warning track. And now it's going out of the ballpark. You're saying it's because he's facing better pitching. So if he's got the movement on the bat and the bat speed, he can whack that thing out of the park.
Yeah, the faster the ball goes, if the same contact is made, it's going to go further, right? So
that's it.
Especially in the hotter months, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as we get farther into the summer, you should see more of that. Plus, there are more strikeouts too.
Yeah.
Which means guys are swinging harder.
Yeah.
So they're missing the best hitters are the ones who strike out the most.
Really?
Well, they swing hardest.
That makes me an all-star.
You're an all-star.
Now, you, Jim, I mean, Tyler and I not necessarily even playing baseball, but you were in many, I played in like kind of wimpy softball leagues where we had 3 outs or 6 runs an inning because our pitchers, notably me, would give up so many hits. Once 6 runs were scored, they changed sides because we were playing for charity. But you played in some tough softball leagues. Did you? I mean, softball is not necessarily juice, but there were different styles of softballs. One that's kind of felt soft, other ones that were harder. We always wanted to play with a harder ball, right?
Well, the ones that we played with in the fast pitch leagues were definitely different than the slow pitch, the arc pitch softballs. And there's also what we call the pumpkin ball. It's a little bigger than...
That's the one my dad used to talk about, that they play with a really big ball. That's like a pumpkin ball?
Yeah, and that's almost where you can't even use a glove in those. I mean, it's a mistake not to because the ball hurts, but it's hard to use a glove and catch that ball. So most guys go out in the field without a glove.
I need my glove and throw above the waist so that I'm forced to catch it to protect my body.
Put it on a tee, maybe, for you would be great.
Good. I was the perfect first baseman. I remember Cousin Wally got me the digger glove and dig them out. And then some of the guys in the infield would practice throwing them in the dirt, and they expect me to dig them out.
Not me.
I looked like Chase Utley, staying on the base when the ball went over his head and the Dodgers lose the game to the Angels. Dodgers have been in some good series, but they're starting to play regular ball now a little bit, coming down. But they have a great record. And these Houston Astros, are they ever going to hit any kind of a plateau level there? What do you think, Tyler? These guys are going nuts. These are the Astros. They've been in last place forever.
I love it. I love it so much.
Why?
Because, as a Reds fan, I grew up watching the Astros suck in their division, and so it's kind of nice just to see them do what they've been saying
able to do.
They're going to do. Yeah.
So you're saying if the Reds left the Central Division and came to the American League West, they would be in first place right now?
Right. Also, the fact that the Reds suck right now is a good sign because that means in 5 years they'll be the Astros.
Well, here's the deal. The Cincinnati Reds have a really good nucleus of a team. They got some great hitters and they're good fielding. It's just, we talked about this the last time we were on the show, but the pitching is really pretty suspect. You said their ERA as a group is pretty bad.
Yeah, the starters have an over 6 ERA, which is, it's pretty bad.
So the gem, the guy that's like the ace on the staff, has got an ERA of 5.
Yeah, it's Scott Feldman is the ace, and I think he's 30 something. I
think he's
late
here.
30.
We used to have an intern at Cal State Northridge, Scott Feldman.
Same guy.
Claim to fame was he put a quarter in the lemonade machine one day, and it was like a slot machine. All the lemonade came out, and he came back up going, I got a lot of lemonade. He had like about 100 lemonades.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same guy.
For a quarter, I think that's...
Well, I wouldn't even be
He was
shocked.
young at that time. He'd probably be about 30 right now.
There you go.
But it's tough to be a pitcher in the major leagues now anyway.
Tell me about it.
Oh, maybe that's just... Sorry.
It is tough, isn't it? Because that's what Verlander was complaining about. Is these guys are teeing off on him a little bit. I've watched a lot of games now because of you, Tyler, because you observe everything. If you don't have what Don Drysdale used to call command and Oral Hershiser says command, if you can't place the ball where you want to place it, you stick it over the plate. Yeah. Goodbye baseball.
Yeah.
That's my home run call, by the way.
I like it. I mean, maybe that's why there's so much
Goodbye baseball.
Now, why didn't the Dodgers bring you in?
That could be why there are so many home runs. Just the Reds pitching staff.
Because
that's it.
It
just
the Reds are pitching batting practice.
And the Giants.
Yeah,
Giants are having some problems
too.
too. Boy, they're in a terrible shape. They've always been good, and now recently they're in mired in last place in the National League.
They're real bad. They're real bad.
Goodbye, baseball.
This report is brought to you by AstraZeneca. Did you know that June is Effective Communications Month? Effective communication is important in all areas of life, especially when it comes to your health. It's important to have conversations with your doctor, even when it comes to embarrassing health issues like constipation. If you have been prescribed an opioid by your doctor for the treatment of chronic non-cancer pain, you may be experiencing opioid-induced constipation, or OIC, as a side effect. OIC is one of the most common side effects of opioid use and can last for the length of treatment. Constipation may be an embarrassing topic to discuss with your doctor, but when it persists, it's important to bring it up at your next appointment. Don't know how to start the conversation with your doctor? Begin by being honest about what is bothering you. Talk to your doctor about any changes in your bowel routine. Also, tell your doctor about everything you are trying, including increasing dietary fiber and physical activity. Your doctor may recommend a prescription treatment option, like Movantik, that may help treat the constipation caused by prescription opioid pain medication in adults with chronic non-cancer pain. Movantik is not for people who have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Movantik may cause serious side effects, including symptoms of opioid withdrawal, severe stomach pain and or diarrhea, and tears in the stomach or intestine. Tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and the medicines that you take. Common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, nausea, gas, vomiting, and headache. Ask your doctor if Movantik is right for you. For more information about OIC and Movantik, see our ad in Weight Watchers magazine. Visit Movantik.com. That's MOVANTIK.com. Or call the AstraZeneca Information Center at 1-800-236-9933.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
in the lounge. Kind of an edition of the Weekend Sports Lounge for you. On CRN, I'm Michael Horn with Jim Roope and Tyler Roope. Jim Roope, of course, Westwood One News, West Coast Regional Bureau Chief. Tyler Roope, the baseball, football, sports extravaganza legend of knowledge. And we're talking a little bit about is the baseball juice. Tyler says no. He thinks the minor league players pitch better and the batters swing better. And so when they get to the big leagues over here, those pitchers pitch even faster and they connect and the ball sails out of the park. Jim, you say that there was a dead ball era, wasn't there, in baseball?
Yeah, it was, I want to say, like 66 to 76. It was right around the same time when they changed a lot about pitching. They lowered the mound. They changed the strike zone, or redefined the strike zone, I should say. And then that was around the same time the designated hitter in the American League came up. So that was the only time, really, the percentage of home runs declined over that 10-year period. Every other time it's gone up. I think one of the first years of baseball, the number of home runs was 2.3% or something, and now I think it's almost 26%.
Well, is it talent? I mean, you've talked about some talent here. The Aaron Judge on the Yankees, Cody Bellinger on the Dodgers, Joey Votto on your Reds that you like over there. I mean, what's the deal? Is it their talent that they all of a sudden are hitting better? You got these young guys that are really whacking the ball. I think the Judge and Bellinger are close to or leading the leagues in their respective leagues.
Yeah, they are. Judge has 27, I think, and I think Bellinger has 24. But yeah, it seems like every Rookie of the Year candidate now is hitting 30, 35 home runs.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's it's
kind of the deal.
Thing, yeah.
What about the old drugs? Are they like performance-enhancing drugs? Are they doing enough drug testing?
Yeah.
You would think they would right away.
I think that PED use is unlikely, because I think they do.
Oh, it's on the rise.
I think. I mean, maybe some. But
I think they're
so
injecting the baseball.
Oh,
that's what I've said a few times on this show.
That's the one.
And that's making the ball livelier.
That's the one, yeah.
And if you get hit with it, some of these guys that get hit, that's got to be pretty painful. They're throwing harder and harder now. 95 is kind of like the norm for a fastball.
Normal. Yeah.
So
So what has that done? If pitchers are throwing harder, what has that done to control? What has that done to breaking pitches? Are there less?
It's made breaking pitches more effective, I think.
I think so too.
I think the best pitchers right now have strong breaking pitches.
Yeah.
Kershaw's
got him. But see, even Kershaw's given up some more homers. He gave up 3 or something in one game.
Yeah, that
was
a fluke.
Was it a fluke?
Everything, yeah.
I mean, you're going to get one of those games going, right, Dan? All right, so you think the velocity is the deal there, and so and you're saying the off-speed pitch is setting up the fastball.
I think it's more important now than ever,
good.
yeah.
Who do you think are the best pitchers in baseball right now? You mentioned Kershaw.
Yeah, I think Kershaw, Corey Kluber. Chris Sale. I think Andrew Miller is one of the best relievers.
Wait. What? Kenley Jansen's got to be
that's the thing. He throws a strong fastball, and he's super effective.
And he's not wild. Here's the deal. The guy doesn't walk anybody because the pitchers get into trouble, and I think that's part of your Reds' problem is they walk too many guys.
Exactly. And what?
All right, what's wrong with you, Jim?
They walk too many guys.
Well, they do.
And then Brian Price leaves them in too long.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got your manager might be.
Brian Price will pull him after 8 earned runs. It's a little too many for me.
Time to pull him. Wouldn't you say so, Bob?
Yeah.
Think so.
I was watching a Dodger Angel game here last week, and so at least Dave Roberts, the manager of the year in the National League last year, he brought some guy in, and the guy gave up like 3 hits, and that was it. He pulled this guy out and brought somebody. You don't sit there and let them keep pitching.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if they're going to mess up.
Yeah, if they're having a bad outing, take them out.
Yeah.
But the big deal is to make sure you got control and placement. That's the deal.
But wait a minute. When do you take them out? Because don't you want your guy to be able to adjust and work his way out of a bad situation?
Unless the game's on the line. It's like, I think it was like a 6-2 game, and all of a sudden you got 2 guys on base, or maybe I think it was 6-2 or something, and 3 guys were on base, and you better pull them out of there because you got the guy hitting a home run, and the game is tied. You don't want to do that.
No, you walk out to the mound.
What do you do?
And you tell that pitcher. You
managed in softball, so what would you do, Jim?
And you tell that pitcher, say, look, I have faith in you. You're here because I want you here. I think you can get these next 2 guys out, this next guy out. I think you can end this inning right here. And don't worry, because if you don't, I'm holding half your paycheck.
That might work.
Wow.
If they could do such a thing.
You're going to lose that money if you don't get out of this bad
We're gonna
situation.
take your wife and kids.
I wouldn't go that
We're gonna
far.
hold them hostage.
That's it. You got to threaten them a little bit. You know?
I think so, man.
Tommy Lasorda tells a story about a guy on the mound. He says, look, if you died right now and you went to heaven, he said, would you want to tell St. Peter you won this game or lost this game? I'll tell him I won. So the guy went up there and walked like 3 guys and walked in the winning run, and Tommy said, what happened? You said you were worried about this. You're going to go to St. Peter. He says, Skip, you had me so worried about dying, I couldn't concentrate on pitching in the game, and he lost it. It's true story.
This is the Mungle All Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The House is the new comedy about parents who set up a casino in their basement to help pay their daughter's college tuition. Ryan Simpkins is Alex and says this about having Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler as film parents.
I never thought I'd be able to have such an opportunity. I grew up watching like Will and Elf, and Amy had this cartoon on Nickelodeon called The Mighty Bee. They were parts of my childhood, and being able to work with them as my parents is insane.
For reviews and more, go to mungleshow.com. Follow me on Twitter at @themungle.
This is Bill's yard, and Bill's a grill master, not a grass expert. Still, no weeds belong in this backyard barbecue kingdom. And with Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, Bill's greasy thumb is just as good as a green thumb. Because Scott's thickens lawns to help crowd out over 50 pesky weeds. So Bill can defeat invaders, green up his lawn, and hold his spatula high. This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up Scott's Weed and Feed today.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
We're back in the lounge, our makeshift weekend edition, 4th of July weekend edition sports lounge. I'm Michael Horn. Jim Roope from Westwood One News and Sports is here. Tyler Roope, the baseball information legend, is here. And so we're just talking things. You know, before the break, we were talking a little bit about managers and things, and you were talking about going to the mound and what you would say, Jim Roope. You and I played for one of the all-time legends of managers, and that was the famed Cousin Wally. And Cousin Wally, he was on the mound one day. He was a player-manager, Tyler. And he was having some problems. They were teeing off on him, and so he came in, called. You were playing third base. I was at first. He called us to the mound for a meeting, and he says, Michael.
That's exactly Cousin Wally.
He had those glasses, and he pushed them back there a little bit because they were sliding down. He goes, Michael, I got an idea. I'll throw a couple, and then we'll bring Jim Roope in. Jim, you throw a couple, and then I'll come in and I'll throw a couple, and then Jim, you come in. We'll confuse them.
To the same batter.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Changing the pitchers a lot because I believe in the softball league we played in where there were 3 outs and 6 runs an inning, you could make multiple replacements and move people around all you wanted to. So he wanted to switch the pitcher every couple of pitchers.
Okay.
And you know the way baseball's going now, where they're wussifying baseball, where you can't slide into home plate or whatever. This could be something great. Just change the guy, put the pitcher at first base, and interchange them back and forth.
I'd be confused.
You could do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's legal, I think, in baseball. Couldn't you move them in between pitching and just turn?
No, I think once the pitcher comes off the mound, once you replace
him,
he
could go to first base.
He could go to first base.
Yeah.
You can't come back to the mound, though. You can't pitch.
No.
Once he leaves that mound,
I'm telling you, they
can't
wussified
pitch
the game right during the broadcast. There you have it.
You should be like Daryl Thomas. Remember Daryl Thomas? He played every single position.
Campy Campaneris, the same thing on the Kansas City Royals. Remember him?
Yeah. Well, I remember the name.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Campy Campaneris night, and he played every position like Daryl Thomas did, right?
Yeah.
Including pitcher in the same game.
Oh.
He went around first inning, was first base, second base, third. Yeah, they played every position. It was, team was mired in last place like the Reds, and so that might be something they bring up here pretty soon. Joey Votto plays every position.
Everybody, that's what we do. We just rotate everybody. Every inning, people shift.
The numbers, the pitching numbers would be the same.
Well, the pitchers are going to go out and sell popcorn in the stands. That'll be part of their rotation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they already pull fans from the stands before the game and throw them on the mound.
There was a stat out that said, there's so many metrics these days, and it's talking about who's the big, the aging superstar on the Angels that, the 10 years. Yeah, Albert Pujols. Yeah. He has supposedly the worst numbers of anybody as when he's batting around or whatever, and he's in the 6th year of a 10-year contract. But Mike Scioscia comes to his defense and says, hey, he's got a lot of RBIs and stuff. Where are you going to get a guy like this? But he's just, his legs, his feet are flat.
Yeah, if he went any slower, he'd be moving backwards.
But, I mean, what do you do with a guy that's a legend like that? First off, the team makes a mistake by signing somebody for 10 years like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, 10 years, come on.
Right.
The Dodgers had Jason Schmidt when they signed him. He was under contract for 3 years. I think he pitched in like 14 games or something, if even that, maybe 12. Okay. That was it. So sometimes these contracts are the problem.
Well, Pujols is the DH, right?
Yeah, so what do you think? Is that what's keeping his career alive? Probably.
Yeah. I mean, if there was no DH, he wouldn't. He would be playing every other game, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be playing it off if it wasn't designated.
Maybe that's possible.
I don't like the DH. I think you should let the pitchers bat. And
it makes it more interesting.
It does.
There's more strategy.
Yeah, you can. Sure. There's none left in the game right now. The way they have these things.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. Speaking of pitchers and hitting and designators, in grade school and high school, the pitchers are usually the greatest athletes. They're the ones who are the best hitters on the team. They're the most accurate arms. You get them past college, and they can't hit. Now, I get that they're supposed to concentrate on their pitching, but they pitch every 5 days, the starters.
Right.
And I know they're supposed to also throw some bullpen, in between starts and all of that. But why aren't they in the batting cage at the very least?
Well, they used to. They used to do it, but they don't do that anymore. They don't teach them. Your buddy, the great Dodger and Reds legend Sparky Anderson, used to talk about spring training. They'd have sliding one day. They'd have bunting another day. They don't do that in spring training anymore.
They don't do anything in spring training anymore.
You're right, though. It's weird because during the MLB draft, the player will be like Hunter Green. The Reds picked him. It would be like pitcher / shortstop, and you draft him as what you want. So the Reds drafted him as pitcher.
They're going to ruin him.
And it's interesting that even though he was an all-star shortstop in high school, when he gets to the majors, he's going to be really bad at hitting for some reason. Like, he just stops hitting.
They stopped doing it.
And it's weird, and I don't know why.
But that's why Kenley Jansen is such a good hitter, because he was a catcher converted to a pitcher. That's a good move. That's why I love that guy. He's a catcher converted to a pitcher, and that's why his arm maybe has some more life in it. Did you just say that somebody on the Reds is named Hunter Green?
Yeah. Well,
isn't that like a color you can paint the inside of your house? I'd like it at Hunter Green.
His mom was an interior decorator.
Why would you do that? You don't name the person last name Green Hunter.
Played for Notre Dame High School here in
Hunter Green
LA.
did?
Yeah.
The green has an E at the end of it. It's not the color.
But when you say Hunter Green, I start thinking about the Sears catalog and how I'm going to order some patio furniture.
But if you're a manager, wouldn't you want your pitcher to be able to, at the very least, move a runner over, or get him up there and squeeze a run home, something like that? I mean, now you'll take a pitcher out now. Or manager will take a pitcher out of the game
he doesn't know how to bunt.
Simply because he can't bunt. He might be pitching well, but they got to get somebody in there who can move the runner over.
Skill is lacking in the game. Now, here's a guy that's got great skill. Mike Trout, he's coming back. This is the guy that didn't play in the home run derby, doesn't like it in the All-Star game, and this guy's his first time on the DL. That's a guy I would sign up for 10 years because I believe the guy would really give it all,
Yeah, I think he has multiple MVPs in him.
Yes.
I think this year he could still win one.
I think so, too.
Well, if you're going to sign him at 10 years, sign him now.
Guy's
because
a 10
3 years
tool
from
man.
now, 10 tool.
Is it a 10 tool that they have, or is it 5?
No. You count them up, brother.
What are they now?
You find 10.
It's hitting for power, right? What is it now? It's hitting
for power, hitting for contact, fielding, speed.
Fielding and speed.
And arm?
Arm, throwing. I think that's it.
Trustworthy.
That's a 5-tool man. And if he's got a spare jack in the back of his car, he's a 6-tool man. And if he just went to Home Depot and made a big purchase, he could be a 10-tool man.
You never know.
You never know. Could be a big tool man.
Bring that bag to the ballpark.
Hunter Green. I'm never going to forget. That's going to be my new favorite pitcher. Have him stand in the corner of my room over there and say, "Look at how good that corner looks right there. Nice Hunter Green color." Okay, I'm only kidding, Hunter.
With Quicken Loans, the outdated and complicated mortgage process is a thing of the past. Our simple process helps you understand all the details so you can be confident that you're getting the right mortgage. Take your mortgage to the next level and call 800-QUICKEN or go completely online with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. No matter how you prefer to work with us, we've got what you need to get you through the mortgage process with ease. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 3rd year in a row, they also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance, now is the time. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.23%. Call 800-QUICKEN or get started online at rocketmortgage.com. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Hey, Mom, I got your message. Do you need me to come home early?
Hi, dear. We're all doing fine. The kids haven't slowed down all day, and thanks to Blue Emu, neither have I.
But I thought you said...
Well, I tried your father's Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis Relief Cream. It worked fast to relieve the pain in my achy muscles and joints.
Blue Emu, huh?
That's right, and it's odor-free.
Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis Relief. Beat the pain and enjoy life. Available at Walmart and Walgreens.
Right now at Kohl's, it's not our everyday sale. For a limited time, shop hundreds of epic deals in-store and online. No coupons needed. Women's tees and tanks, just $5.99. Girls' swimwear, $10. Beach towels, only $8.99. And an ice cream or cotton candy maker, just $29.99. Stock up, save big, and get $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. It's not our everyday sale. Right now through the 4th of July. Only at Kohl's. Select styles, see store or kohls.com for details.
back in the lounge. Our weekend edition, our sports lounge, July 4th special weekend edition. I'm Michael Horn. Jim Roope is here, West Coast regional correspondent for Westwood One News. We got Tyler Roope, the Mr. Knowledge of baseball, football, and more. And Jim, during the break, you were talking about now that it's getting a little wussy in football. You're saying with all the rules and stuff. What's going on?
Well, for a while you can't tackle the quarterback in certain situations, right?
Yeah.
You got to have that 2 foot or 3 foot space on the kickoffs for the punt returner. There are also rules in the bump and run now. You can't really do that anymore. And when depending upon the receiver, the wide receiver, how they receive the ball or whatever, you can't hit anybody anymore. And I wonder how that has changed. I don't know that is helped at all in keeping the injuries down or eliminating or reducing the number of concussions.
Sometimes you just need to give another man a concussion.
What was that?
Sometimes you just need to give another man a concussion.
Just have to.
I just got to teach him a lesson real quick.
Really, you are a tough player
Sometimes
there.
you just got to hit him.
He'll forget about it.
You know,
they can't. Once they get hit now, they got to be out for like about 2 weeks, don't they?
Yeah. Speaking, I just saw this. Speaking of football,
yes,
Tim Tebow, now baseball.
Yeah, he's doing
the
better.
Mets have brought him up from low single A to high single A.
Almost there, Tim.
And he's been hitting some home runs now, or at least he's doing a little better now because the speed is probably better, and he's able to. Don't forget, this guy's played football for years, so these other guys in the minors have been there for a few years. This guy's on the fast track right now.
Yeah, Tebow's passed Michael Jordan now for minor league home runs. I think Jordan had 3, Tebow has 4. So he's got that over him.
He'll make it to the Mets. They keep playing the way they are. He'll be in there and
That's
watch
right,
him
tomorrow.
Explode.
Yeah.
Especially
he plays for the Columbia Fireflies.
Yeah. Well, no, they moved him up. That was his old team.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, the new team now is the Columbia Fireflies was the old team, and I don't know. The new one is now Syracuse or something. I think. I'm not sure. They moved him up a little bit. But, he'd explode because he ate too many of those Cincinnati hot dogs. What are they again?
Big Red Smoky.
Big Red Smoky. So why are they delicious? I was going to ask you that. Why are they so good? Is it smoked? Is smoke flavor?
Yeah, they're skinless smoked sausages, man.
So they're not really hot dogs. They're smoked sausages.
They're smoked sausages.
It's all hot
Are
dogs.
they
There's all
big,
kinds
or are
of
they like
stuff in
the
there.
size of
they're
so they're really big round ones. Oh, so those are good.
Yeah, not like the skinny and wimpy Dodger dogs.
They're the kind of things when when you bite it, it crunches.
Oh, so it pops. You got that casing on there.
Yeah.
That's good. Texture is good. And what kind of bun do they put it in? Do they put it in those skinny, wimpy Dodger dog buns like that?
Oh, no.
I don't even know.
Is it a good bun?
No, it's a good bun.
A good bun?
It's a great bun.
Because we were talking about this on the food show earlier. What's your preference in buns? Do you like those pasty little white buns, or do you like the ones that have the sesame seed on top and have a little bit of beef to them?
I like sesame seeds.
Yeah,
I appreciate a good sesame seed.
Because those little, you like the little thin, crummy buns.
Yeah, I'd rather taste more of the meat than the bread.
Here's my problem with those. When you go to the ballpark, especially at Dodger Stadium, you don't ever buy the hot dog in the first couple innings at any ballpark because they steam them and sometimes they get smacked together. You can't figure out what end to open up to put your condiments on there. And I always rip off the hinge side, and next thing I know, I got a hot dog bun that's split into 2.
Right.
No matter how you're going to get slop mustard all over yourself because you can't.
Worse.
Yeah, you got to figure out. Someone should come up with an open here kind of thing on the deal. Because they're smashed. They roll them up in the tinfoil and they steam them. They get smashed together.
Then take the tray that in which the hot dog and beer comes.
Yeah.
You put some mustard in that tray and you dip the hot dog.
No, that's a good idea.
Is it mustard? Do we all use mustard?
Mustard is
it. You don't want to put ketchup on a hot dog.
No. That's a problem with you, Tyler.
I'm not against ketchup.
I'm not against it. Sometimes I'll do it. But on a hot dog, I go mustard, onions, and the relish. You got to load it with relish.
It's got to be the hot spicy mustard, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's the best one.
I don't like the light yellow.
In a pinch, but I do like the spicy. And I'll tell you what, if they got a kraut dog, I'm a kraut dog kind of guy.
Really?
Nice warm kraut.
They don't do that at Dodger Stadium, though, do they?
They don't do kraut dogs.
No.
They do them at like the Wiener Schnitzels or maybe the Big Smoky Joes or whatever you got there.
It's still.
What are they again? What are they called?
Red Smoky.
The Big Red Smoky.
It'll be like that for a while.
Does a guy light one up and on the TV, you go, I'm enjoying a Big Red Smoky.
You know what? If somebody was smart in Cincinnati, they would have a big red smoky cigar.
If somebody was
smart in Cincinnati, the Canadian.
Now we've not only ticked off the team, but the entire
The
town is
entire town
against
is
us. Thank you.
poorly
The whole
worded.
city is gone now.
Well, that's why I left.
Don't go there. All right, so there's a list here from the Bleacher Report, put together by our expert producers here on the show. Who is the best athlete in NFL history? Anybody got a guess here on our team? Tyler Roope, Jim Roope?
Well, I'd like it to be Bo Jackson.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I think he could have been Hall of Famers in both sports.
He was number 3 on the list.
You know, injured him. The Bengals injured him actually.
How?
He was running down
Razor blades.
Took him out back. It was rough.
How did he get injured?
He was running down the sidelines on a play. Some Bengals guy tackled him from behind. I think it was a hamstring.
And that did it, right?
Yeah.
He's number 3. Bob Hayes is number 5. Deion Sanders is 4. Bo Jackson 3. Jim Brown, the running back. Come on, this guy was a lacrosse.
George Blanda, where's he?
George Blanda. Let's see if he's on the list.
Quarterback and place kicker. And punter.
Not on the list. Not on the
And
top
hot dog
25.
seller. So the big red
Yeah.
smokies.
Number 1 is Jim Thorpe.
Well, that's obvious.
Come on, that's obvious, right? The
Yeah.
Olympic track and field and the
Yeah.
football and baseball star, the All-American boy. John Elway is 18 on this list. That's kind of interesting. Charlie Pride. Oh, maybe that's Charlie Powell.
What other sport did Jim Elway play?
Let's see. John Elway was
John Elway.
He was a quarterback and an outfielder.
I'm sure for college.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Also, you gotta be
Bronco Nazarowski, he's good running back, defensive tackle, and a pro wrestler. I always liked him. Go get him, Bronc.
Hey, Fred Dreyer and I are really enjoying Blue Apron. Blue Apron, the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. They deliver the food. They give you the recipes. Everything is fresh. It's sourced fresh. It's all great, wonderful cooking. You go out and spend $30 or more going to dinner, $10 a person, and you dine with your family. Go and make the meals together. It's affordable, as I said, about $10 a person per meal. It's got variety. You can customize recipe. It's easy. It's guaranteed. And here's the special deal. You can get your first 3 meals free with free shipping if you go to their website. That's blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. Again, your first 3 meals free. You get free shipping. Just go to blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. You'll love the way how good it is. It feels good. It tastes good. It's blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. Blueapron.com/dryer. Check it out today.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. With a call to National Tax Helpline, you can stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Once you've qualified and enrolled, the IRS will stop all the collection activities against you. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and significantly reduce or eliminate your tax burden. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more, call now for free information and to see if you qualify. Take down the number now for the Tax Helpline, 800-565-7933. That's 800-565-7933 for free information. 800-565-7933. That's 800-565-7933.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was the location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for 2. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
It is the Sports Lounge Weekend Edition, 4th of July Weekend Edition. A lot of fireworks going off. Giving you some thoughts. I'm Michael Horn. Jim Roope is here from Westwood One News. Tyler Roope from our sports department. And we got by the way, we have the official number of home runs for the month of June now. Is that correct? What do we have, Tyler?
Well, Justin Smoke, who's having a great season, just hit one and broke the record for most home runs in a month. And now the MLB has 1,070 home runs.
1,070 for the month of June?
Single month, yep.
Who hit the home run?
Justin Smoke.
Justin, one of those big smoky red
Yeah, big
hot
red
dogs.
smoky, yeah.
Who's he play for?
Toronto?
Get him on the Reds. That'd be good. All right, let's go to the news story of the week. I'm going to start off on this thing here, and this is disappointing because Greta Van Susteren, who was on Fox News and then left Fox News, was at MSNBC. They're riding around on a rail after only 6 months, less than 6 months. She's there. I think they should bring her back to Fox News. They need some talent back there. Her husband, who's also her agent, said she was informed of the news Thursday afternoon. They didn't want her anymore, and they're in kind of a shock. So I think smart move would be to bring her back to Fox. What do you think, Jim Roope?
Did they say why MSNBC is getting rid of her?
He said there was no warning that she was in trouble before dismissal. Her show was struggling in the ratings, obviously, at MSNBC, and she was in the 5 p.m. hour, wow. And she averaged MTP Daily averaged 1.3 million viewers, and those numbers dropped during her 6 p.m. hour, which is usually when viewership starts to rise and gets the networks closer to the highest viewed hours of prime time. She averaged 1 million viewers from 1.3 to 1 in June. That's an 18% drop from the previous hour. So, and then then when Chris Matthews comes on Hardball, he had a 58% jump over the 6 p.m. hour. And then NBC is not stepping away from conservative voices, they say. Nicole Wallace, who once worked for President George W. Bush, is hosting their 4 p.m. hour. And then Hugh Hewitt, they're going to put him on Saturday mornings at 1 a.m. No, he'll be on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m.
Yeah. We got conservative voices. 1 a.m. on a Saturday.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
What's your big story of the week, Jim?
Well, the biggest disappointing story for me is the change that's coming to Disneyland.
So what's going on
and
at
the
Disneyland?
Ride of both Disneyland and Disney World, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yep.
Yo ho, yo ho. They have slowly, over the past, I would say 20 years, made changes to be a little more politically correct. Even though it might have been a bit historically correct.
Yeah, they're pirates.
For there to be.
Am I right, Tyler? Those guys are pirates.
Pirates are not politically correct.
That's
no
correct.
way. No, even that song, if you listen to the words in that song.
Yeah,
the guy was chasing the woman, and the woman was chasing the guy, and you say, who knows,
yeah,
right?
it's in a circle. Who knows? Anybody could be chasing anybody.
But they changed that by putting a jug of supposedly ale in the woman's hand, so that's what the guy's chasing, not the woman himself. He's not about the pillage and plunder of the woman. But they're going to get rid of that bride auction, that wench, the redheaded wench.
That's my favorite part of the ride.
Oh, son, she's beautiful.
Yes.
They're going to turn her into a pirate. The auctioneer's going to have a different role.
They're not going to have the auctioning of the brides?
No.
They're getting a little too
because
crazy.
You bid every time we go through that ride.
I can't wait to see our president's tweets on that one. I'd be tweeting on that right now, let me tell you.
Donald Trump says a wench in every home.
I'm telling you right now, this is classic Disney, and this is the ride that should stay, and they're going to change it.
That is the change is more controversial than the content that they're trying to change
I love that ride. It's a great ride.
Isn't it great?
The water there smells great. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, it's got that nice water smell.
Yeah, the water smell. It's fantastic.
It's like mold.
There you have it. That's our show. Great. Tyler Roope, thank you always for helping, for producing today's show.
Yeah.
And along with the lovely Courtney Gadare. Jim Roope, thank you for being here.
Man, top of the hour
That's
already.
The top of the hour. Said we're out of time. If you miss anything, log on to our website at CRN Talk. Download our cell phone app. It's free for your smartphone. Here's all you do. Take your smartphone, dial, don't text, dial pound 250, hit send. When the call is answered, say CRN Talk. Hey, have a great 4th of July weekend. You guys, too, will go get some of them big old smoky dogs.
Big red
Smokey the Bear dog.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed. or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just search for CRN Digital Talk Radio. Or search for your favorite CRN shows on apps like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, AHA Radio, uTunes, and Nobex. Now you have access to all of our great shows anywhere in the world and the ability to be part of them by calling our toll-free studio line at 800-336-2225. For more information on where and how to listen, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.